Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Alright, now as you can see, Star Trek Online, it just got done posting. They just posted on Twitter and Facebook that out. Well, it's been about 30 minutes now. The Star Trek Online is now done. The transcript was out like 4,000 megabytes just and all, but it didn't take me long because I got Comcast. So let's see how it looks. Because it's got a new intro. What the? Sorry about that. New Dawn, yes. Nice so far. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm working on this guy right now. Or should I say this ship? Okay. Ooh, welcome to the sector. I got something. You can gain access to a system. Ooh, look what I got. Nice. Alright, we'll click you within a minute. No, they did put it in. Now, when I was doing the turtle testing, I didn't see any of my other T-Thought shit. That right there, that's my Soul Cruiser when I was letting this character out. Alright, I'm gonna run the test of the test. And get the test of the test. Alright, now I can begin the assignment. See how that goes. Alright, so that's one mission started. Alright, let's see what's in here. What's new in Season 11. Okay, here's to what's new. I can just pause it and read it. Sunrise. Yeah, as you can see, the whole entire Cardassian storyline's been redone. So let's take a look at that. So the new link has been redone, the factory been redone, that one's been redone. Okay, got a bunch of turn-ins. Alright, so as you can see, we got a whole new thing here now. Got my R&D school that I'm still working away on. Got my condensation thing here I'm still working on. Let's see, anything new with my character? Now, I thought they had a, there it is. Ooh. Leads a tilt article ladder into the air. So we can finally attack while we're cloaked. That's going to be an interesting little twist. Go ahead and set you all up. Set you up. Alright. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the Cardassian storyline's been redone. As you see, we have the new Terran Empire thing here. So that's the next thing that's actually new in this new dawn. Plus, we've also got the Admiral system. Okay, so you get 3, whereas the other one, what are the... In progress. Okay, there it is. So that's still running. Alright, so to get your R&D to move down here, this is basically your, you know, all those shits, and then you got your duty officer. Okay, none of sick day. Can you still do assignments though? Yes, you can. There they are. So you can still do duty officer assignments. I need exploration, and what was the other one? Yeah, exploration, so acting on medical, and then this one here. So little by little, you know, you can see Jenny Jr. is working away, trying to get everything maxed out, little by little by little. But this is basically the new system, the Admiral system. Ooh, what was that? Play now. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, Sunrise. That's the new featured episode. Now, granted, yet they'd also remastered the Cardassian thing, but this is the new featured episode. So I'm going to be breaking it here and doing 2 separate streams. This one's going to be focusing on the Sunrise, and then the other one's going to be the new Cardassian, seeing what that's going to be like. But, hello, Spencer. How you doing, Spencer? But, what do you all think about this? This is a very, very interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they had any new shits. I don't think so. Yeah, 'cause there was one ship that won the drawing. Um, yeah, this is called Star Trek Online. It's basically an MMO game that came out back in 2009. If you ever saw the movie, um, the J.J. Abrams version of Star Trek, where the Vulcan homeworld got blown up, Romulans got blown up, the big huge Renans, going after Earth, the J.J. version. Well, that's what this game's based on. Oh yes, oh my. I've been following Star Trek and Star Wars since I was born. And like I said, I always tell everybody I missed Woodstock by 1 year because I was in the non-school at the time. Yes, that is true. Because like I said, this is based on the JJ. When the game first came out, you had the movie itself. Then you had the game, which was, it had a different ending or beginning, and it kind of like linked back to the movie, that everything else. But then Critic and everybody else kind of doing their thing and kind of changing it up and all that. But when the third game first came out, it had a bunch of linking to J.J. Abrams' version of the new thing of Star Trek. Alright. So we are going to go ahead. Like I said, we got this. Alright, so like I said, that's a redance, and that's the one thing about this game. This game hit the redance so many times it's not funny. The first one with the Klingon War where they did a redoing of the Donchadon in here, then the Romulan here got a redance, then the Borgs. I mean, you kind of see there's pretty much, you start out the game with the Klingon one here, then you got the Wasteland, now it's added like a couple of years ago. Then the Romulans used to be the next storyline. Then the Cardassian, which is basically Deep Space Nine, which was the next story. Then you had the Borg, that was theirs. And then you had the Green. And for the longest time, this was the end of the story. Well, after, not last year, the year of Thor, they added these new sections. This was the last one that got added in. But it's basically the whole storyline. Who are the Undines, who are the Dorks, who is who, and you get to go see the story and fight them. Alright, so let's accept this, and alright, that's Sunrise. Yep, that is true. Well, let's just say the one is still determined to destroy us and still hates us, but the very last one, that's going to hit midnight. Kind of the story spoiler. The one Iconian side to be trimmed with us and decided to accept our peace, while the other one that we've done beating up on, this and everything else, still hates us. So he's probably going to show up again, more than likely. But you get to do this story, and it actually does like a backstory of the Iconians, who they was, why they hated us, what they were doing, and they basically did a time travel thing where you actually went back to their time, because You know, when this game started out, they always talked about the Iconians because a threat to the galaxy, that a bunch of other civilizations got together and fought them and chased them out of the galaxy, though we never knew why. Well, this story kind of takes you to that time zone and kind of see the situation. But at the end, like I said, one side to defend, the other one still hates us. But this is the one reason why I like this game. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Like I said, I was born in 68, saw the old Star Trek TV shows, and I saw the movie 1977 New Hope. Ooh, quantum phase torpedo. That's not bad stats. That's not bad. Accuracy time 2 damage. Holy moly, that's going to be good to TTT. Oh, now the only thing is you got to do the mission 3 times to get them, and there is that 30-minute delay. Alright, so here's the stats. Yeah, it was. I think they kind of did it. I wish they kind of done a better storyline on the lanes. Because beforehand, when the game first came out, they used to have this thing called featured episodes where 3 times a year they would do a 1 month, because each week you get to do a episode. And as you can see here, 1 week you get these pieces, the next week you'd get this piece, and then the final week you get this piece, and boom, the end of the month. And that's one reason I've always loved this game. And then, the only thing is the other episodes, there's a thing that they used to do called replays, where you'd go back, like there's in this one here, there's a special green officer you can get. You click here, I gotta close that one out. Yeah, code storage. Yeah, see, the green officer's not in there. So they used to do this replay where you can go back and get these different special stuff. But they don't do the replays no more. Yeah, what was I? Yeah, Cardassian. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's accept that. Okay, we need to pick the specialists. Alright, so as you can see, oh yeah, you mean the Renegade? The one Renegade one? Yep. I'm a Renegade myself. And when it came out on Kickstarter, I backed the movie, did everything else and all. And I like how they kind of ended it. They didn't kind of, end the thing. They kind of left it open that, there's another one. And they finally, like a month later, saying that, yes, there is going to be a sequel to that. They just wanted to see how many people would fund it and get interested. So there is a sequel coming. Kind of give you a bunch of spoilers, but then I'm good at spoiling things. Alright. And yes, I'm flying this ship because I've got the Dreadnought already maxed out, and I'm trying to get the ship mastery for each of the classes, since I'm the Joint-Drilled Engineer. And that's another thing you'll find out about this class here. Depending on what class you pick, now this one you cannot get, because when the game came from beta testing to live play, you had the one chance to get this guy. In fact, I think you can. Appearance. Things in personnel. Yeah, because I have to get, they finally put it into the game where you can finally get the flag, but the liberated folks you still cannot get. You still have to buy the lifetime pack, which I am. I'm a lifetimer to get it. Yeah, see, like here, you can play as a kitty cat. Of course, I've got that unlocked. Then you get the two bridge officers. This used to the Amazon pack. You got the Amazon version, and I've got every one of them. I've got the Target version, GameStop, Amazon. I've pretty much got them all. Yep, it's available. As you can see, you've got. Oh, wait a minute. See, there's that one. When you're fighting the ones, what's in the call it, the Undines. Now this one, when you want to do classes, you want this one especially on teen, because if you have like an engineer, median engineer, another tactical, another science, you can throw this and then get a stacking buff with all your different classes to help you. Then you got this one. This is the one everybody usually gets. There it is. Now, when you start the game out, you want this guy when you start the game out, because they kind of, you know, But the only thing that you don't have is the crossfire triple, because they used to have a thing where you'd go into the game, play the game, but then they had what's called the triple test server. You'd go over there, and this was actually the 31st one where you got to test against the orgs and got together, and the reward was this guy. This was the guy that you got picked up, and then they finally came out with the, and as you can see, you know, like this one, season 7, season 8, they don't do this anymore. I wish they did. So I actually enjoyed collecting them. You know, like this one here, that was like, I want to say that was season 3, I want to say. This one I think was season 4. But each season, you got to have the triple, basically. Each season. But as you were saying, like I said, this guy, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, hell. Well, like I said, you can buy the races now, except the liberated orgs. You still, well, kind of, because when you're kind of grinding up, especially when you're trying to do reputation mark, like let's say you're doing the, crap, now I'm trying to remember the one. When you're doing this one right here, you can put this guy and slot it in. And every hour in the hour, you'll get Romulan marks. And then you can take those Romulan marks and throw them in there to kind of get some of these projects done. That's the whole idea, because you could use them to get a buffing to, you know, help you to play the game. But then it also gave you marks. Like this one right here. See, Romulan marks for 1 hour. This one here, I think this got the Dyson one. Yeah, see right there, give you Dyson marks. You know, the dog down here, I don't know the correctly, what's this? Okay, I'm not sure. No, I don't think that gets Undine marks. Then you got the third one. Where are you at? Where are you at? I just seen your butt. No, I don't see it. No, I don't get any. Yep, it is. It pretty much is. Okay, there it is. You can see a breed of little turtles. And this one right here, this one and I believe this the carnival turtles are the only ones that Klingons can use. Oh, that's nice, Spencer. That's nice. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head to And now, like I said, I've always enjoyed this game, this, that, and all that. And the very last week I got in as a beta tester and got to test it and play with it. And then when it came out, after the first couple of years, because I was afraid the game would collapse on itself, so I was just playing to, paying the $13 or whatever. No, I don't want to do that. The $13. Oh, that's right. We got to go here to pick up somebody. The $13. So then when finally year 4 came out, I was like, okay, Star Trek Online probably going to be around a very long time, like World of Warcraft is. So I went ahead and got my lifetime pack. And finally got my little red Borgs. So I'm slowly working on them. Unfortunately, they're all low levels. This is my only high level character. But then I'm constantly grinding on this guy. Constantly. And that's one thing people will tell you. This does have a grind test, but the game makes it interesting in the grind. And it don't take you long to get from 1 to 60 at all. It don't take long at all. And how many titles in here, yeah. Quite a few. Yeah, I'm just doing a search. Well, the reason why is because the CDS, ever since June Under passed away, they keep saying no. So that's why we have, exactly. You got no people wanting to watch drawn reality like the Kardashians and all those other pathetic, dumb shows. But of course, CDS keeps thinking that's what the money is. Like CDS, just yesterday I just watched Supergirl. Yeah, it's not bad. I like the twist. I like how Supergirl comes out. But when I was growing up, both Superman and Supergirl were like brother and sisters. Supposedly Superman did leave Earth first, but Supergirl, as the so-called theory that, they had him in one room they was launching, Mom and Dad ran to the next room and went ahead and took care of her and then launched her. But in the TV show, seeing Superman, like really old like and, putting his hand out and say, hey, it's okay, you're among friends. And then seeing how everybody's like, they know that's Superman, they know that it's secret, they know he's Clark Kent, and they're going to help Supergirl, blend in. So, Supergirl last night it was not too bad to see. Okay, let's see who's all in here. Now, supposedly, I'm just take a note right here. I wonder what happens. Staying with it. Oh, I can't look because there's so many people here. Yeah, because I kind of want to take a look at Deep Space Nine. The whole area had been completely revamped and redone. Yeah, big time. Well, I say it still looks the same. Yes, I want to dock. Because I want to see, because this whole area I had been completely revamped. And that's one thing I loved about the game. They'll revamp this whole area, just everything else. Everything still looks the same. Go down here, see if there's anything changed down here. And you can see, you get to explore all of the space station. Okay, it still looks the same. Do. And yes, I'm still running the Aces R939EX. Yes, I see you waving on there. Eh. There's the Legion's temple thing. Okay, click on it. There's a mission there that you do to go in here. But you gotta click up the mission. Yep, it is. Yes, it is. The dancing slate girl back there. Now when you used to do the FTFs, this is where the FTF used to the. So when you finally got to the end game, this was basically the end game here. And she'll tell you. This got the end game. You can and basically did FTF, which is crap, now I think what FTF used to do. And I'm basically the leader of it. Alright, this is the shipyard. So it's hard to look the same. The graphic does look a little better though. Because it used to be kind of blotchy looking. Yeah, and here's when you play the game long enough, just everything else, you get that little monkey there. But you have to do like 800 days. Alright, this is where you're being in at. Let's go upstairs. Go to the upper level. Now, if you look out the window, you can see the wormhole there out the window there. What, team stick? That's the fleet thing that I run. Because I run a fleet page called Tesla's Attack Squadron. Yeah, like I said, I'm the guild leader of this whole guild, so I run this whole guild. It's Tesla's Attack Squadron. I'm the guild leader, guild fleet leader. Pretty much everything to run here, and then I also got same one on Star Wars Old Republic that I'm also running. So I got a Team Stick channel. In fact, I'll turn it on just in case anybody comes in. There. Yeah, it's on in case somebody comes in. And now, like I said, you can run all the way around here. You look out the window, different angles of the window. It's got different views. The only thing is here, when you're outside, the wormhole's always opening and closing. But when you're in here, the wormhole's always open. It never closes. Then it's like what's in the call it thing? Technically there's about, I want to say about 15, 20 of us. In total. Yeah, that's good operation. We're still bridge. Not bad, not bad. And this is basically the bridge, is it? And then you get to come in here and pick up the little baseball that you can't. Whoa, Rotterdam. It's Rotterdam. And then, my office. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up this scientist and head on out. Unless I already have her already. Yeah, I already clicked her out already, so let's head on out. Someone just leveled up. A little green noise, that's what happens when you level up. Yeah, let's see. Now, when the game first came out, you had these unexplored areas. Honestly, the storyline and the exploration, but then for a while they took the exploration out because it was kind of broken, kind of. But I love the storyline. That's my favorite part in this game. And then you got the graphics. I mean, yeah, I've got the thing turned off. You turn it on, you got this checkerboard gizmo thing. But I turn it off. That way it looks like real space. As you can see. Real space. And then you open up the other one. Now they revamped this whole entire map here. As you can see, that's the whole map. I'm over here right now. But it used to be for the longest time, you had these invisible walls you had to go through. But then they revamped the whole entire sector space because they got the one Star Trek map book that goes to the correct map of where all the planets are. Now, there's still some of them that's still not in their correct location, according to like the Star Trek, the old TOS series, and some of the others. Some of these are still out of place, but majority of them, when you're going from here to there, there to here, it's in the correct space now. And that's what I loved about this game. The storyline, the graphic detail, and then all the stuff you get to do. Get to fly all these ships. That's the one I'm flying right now because I'm trying to get this guy now. And you can see I pretty much got all of them. All these pieces there are all from these missions because I pretty much got every one of them. Now at the first one, now at the second one, now at the third one, now it's 4, 5, 6, 7, now this is 8. This is the new reputation. Basically exploration. Because we now finally fought the Iconians. We finally found out their storyline. With the one we need peace with the one, but the other, he's coming back. There's no doubt about it. Just the way he left and said, I will never, surrender. I will never, accept peace. He's coming back. Well, like I said, the whole objective now is basically here's the event thing. I don't know if I can replay this or not. And then here's the extra missions. These are like your dailies. These are all your dailies. And then you got some TDT action if you like doing TDT. If you want to do mining stuff, there's mining. You go here, start like, all the different people. He's still not showing. There she is. There he is. He's the one in the Delta Quadrant. Did you get to talk to all these people? And they all joke about, where's Sulu? There's Sulu right there. Because that joke was going for a long time. Where's Sulu? Because in the one mission, he got captured and a changeling took his place. Undine, took his place. Now there's Sulu. That's the old Joker, Sulu. And then, like I said, it's a good story. And then this is, like I said, your Foundry mission, your queues, what's coming up this weekend. And I hate the big boss. Though we all know he's an Undine. He's an Undine in disguise. Yeah, this is the updated version of the updated. Okay, we had arrived in the system. From the start, still no indication of what's causing it. Detected only gases in this giant, no signs of rocky planets, occasional moons. Okay, let's move in closer. Do I want to move in closer? No, you know what this reminds me of? Crap, now to get the one movie. Basically, James T. Kirk was in charge, and you had that one guy that was Stock's brother that stole the ship to go visit God, because he knows God is real. Yeah, there is a free-to-play, yes it is. And it does have the free-to-play. And to be honest with you, the free-to-play thing is a lot better than all the other ones. Alright. I'm gonna look around. Yeah, 'cause like I said, the free-to-play model in this game is a lot better than some of the other free-to-plays. Yeah, it's a grind, but when you're getting things, you're not like Star Wars Old Republic, you're constantly getting slammed in the face of that. Well, if you was a paid player, you could have gotten this. If you were this, you could have gotten that. They joined a long time ago, when they finally came out here in the Cardassian here. They joined a long time ago. See, like right here, the second wave, Bajor. Yeah. Well, like I said, that's when you gotta remember. This is basically based on J.J. Abraham's movie version. Then again, I take it back. That's actually incorrect, because in JJ's version, Vulcan got blown up. But in this one now, Vulcan's alive. You can go visit the planet Vulcan. The only thing that got blown up was Romulan. The Romulan area got blown up. So this is based on JJ's movie version. And there's going to nice fleet numbers now. Oh, and this little thing. Little mini games. Suck at this game. Yeah, I'm using the mouse's, the arrow keys on the keyboard. I keep forgetting you can use the them. Yeah, see, that's good. That's what kind of got messed up. And J.J. Thurston Vulcan got blown up. And this one, it totally data, because when the game first came out, they had a bunch of say, yeah, this is J.J. Thurston, you got to see all this. But in this game, Vulcan's not blown up. But it took to the alternate reality. So I guess you'd call it 3 alternate realities. That's why this game at first was confusing at first. And then you had the other ones where you was always seeing all the other ones, like the Terran Empire was always coming into everywhere and attacking everything. The Undines. Holy moly. And I lost my radar, as you can see. Alright. Yeah, that's what a lot of the Redance story was about. When I was revamping the storylines. Like this one here. The whole reason why they revamped this one, because they wanted to actually make the Cardassian story better. And you see, like right there, the new link where you get to meet the founder and all them. You know? That's been revamped. Oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it because they've got a whole new Badlands where you can actually, now you used to little travel to the Badlands and, you know, do a mission in the Badlands, but supposedly they revamped it to make it better. I think I gotta be careful. I got no shields and no radar. Just the on the safe side, boost out. And deionized particle. Yeah, one thing about Star Trek, they like to jump you. I want to say the graphic detail. Not that at all. I like the graphic detail. Kind of like a Saturn way over there, kind of complaining. Like I said, critics really outdone themselves. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. I'm being stupid. Oh, I can't even accelerate. Technically, that's when the game started out, 2409. Now, this is 2410 now. Because the game started out in 2409. They did a bunch of stuff 2409. But as of last year, we finally, after, 5 years kind of, finally got to go to 2010, 2010 finally. Yes, that is correct. It is 30 years after Numbus. Basically after the card and, oh crap, now to get his name, the Numbus guy. Because you can get the Scimitar shit if you're a Romulan. If you choose to the... Now that's tier 5. Now I don't have too many of the Klingon ships, and I don't have too many of the Romulans. Yeah, him, thank you. I keep forgetting his name. I just remember the ship. There they are. Did you get to pick his ship, just everything else? And the Romulan character, it does a lot of damage. It's a good little ship. So you get to pick that one. Then you get to take the card ship. Which is... No, it's not a T4. I think it's a T5. At least one good thing is you play free to play. You get the cards one ship. That's one thing that they done. Oh yeah. I mean, he's one of the best shits in this game. And it's also the one that does the most DDS. So if you really want to go to that DDS number, you want the Centaur. See, like right there, there's Sulu's ship and refitted. Now this one, when the game came out on the 2nd year anniversary, this was a good day, all good things. I mean, I pretty much, this is not black ship. I run this one all the time. And yeah, right there, now as you can see, there's his earlier one right there. I know we have there's Janeway's ship when she used to fight the dogs when she was going through the Voyager series. You see, all the legendary ships, they're all in the game, every one of them. Like here, that one from the Enterprise show, there it is right there. Oh, that's in here as well. So that's a Frida ship. So luckily, okay, here's your... See, there's that one right there. And he's pretty much got them all. There's Captain Archer's ship right there. That one from the one Star Trek one. Romulan. There's the original one. Yeah, the fastest they can go. They start out at 5, but as you're leveling up, you can get up to 9. And then there's Captain Harry Ken's ship. They're all in here. See, like there's the card ship right there. His little ship. There's Sulu, and that's his actual ship right there. And there's that one. And you got them all in here. I don't think it's a tier 4. I know that science is tier 5. Yeah, 'cause the one I'm thinking of is it's a free-to-play ship, like right there. Cisco's ship, that's Cisco's right there. Yeah, a lot of these other ships, like the Klingons and the Romulans, they kind of got added in. They're thought to be like a reset, redesign. Because you got to figure, a lot of these ships, if the 2409, like this one here, this got the 2nd year anniversary ship, the Odysseys. When the ship came out, when the game came out, yeah, that's the fine. That was Cisco's ship. And that's got that heavy laser, dual phaser thing. Then there's the Thunder Child. They're all in here. All good ships. Now it's telling me to go backwards. It must be that rock. It's gotta be this rock. Now it's starting over there. There it is. Now I can see. Yeah, sometimes you gotta zoom in to get the thing to show up. Impulse engine. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Gravity well. The Antholians. One thing about this game, they love to jump you. Yeah, you have to. Do you want to get the good stuff? Yet you have to. The least one good thing though, every few months they put them on sale, where you can get the chips real cheap and easy. Or you can do like this. Now, one other reason why I love this game, if you play the assistant here, this game will give you dilithium. Granted, this is where everybody complains because it's a game grind, because you've got to grind like crazy to get all this dilithium to make one Zen. And then once you get the Zen, then you can go here and buy what you want. You know, in fact, let me go. I got practically everything. It ain't funny. Okay, here. Like here, once you convert the Zen, the dilithium to Zen, then you can buy what you want. Whereas other games, like the Star Wars Old Republic, no matter what you do, you cannot get the cartel stuff in any way. You still got to use real money to get the cartel item stuff. Here, you don't have to. If you put the time grind in and do the grinding and converting that dilithium, you can convert it into here. Or if you've got a bunch of Zens and you want to buy something, whatever, you can take the Zens, convert it to dilithium, and then now the in-game, this is the in-game credit. That is what dilithium is. Dilithium buys everything in-game. You go here, all your dilithium. Everything is run, by the dilithium. So if you go put the game grind in, how much do I have right now? See, I've got 12,000. And you see, you're only allowed 8,000 right there. But then there's other missions in the thing that you can go to do extras, and you can get this one, and it'll just pile up. And there you can see how it goes up to 10,000. But you can get up to that amount there. But each day you can only get 8,000 from that. So it takes time, but it's a lot more, fun to do, but it don't take money at all. You can do this without using a single dollar. Now we're going to that planet we were looking at. And yes, I'm running my platinum setup because I love platinum. When the game first came out, you had to specialize in phaser, specialize in platinum, specialize. But now, you can put on those, level up and it don't matter now. Oh, I didn't even read that. Ooh. Answering no sleep. And I see a shit coming, and I do not have my cuts out. But now, like I said, when it comes to game grinding and doing things, this game is a lot more fun. What the hell's that little thing? I like it. It looks like an asteroid that's just kind of like moving around. See if it comes by me again. Yeah, there it is down there. And the game mechanic is not that hard at all. I actually enjoy the game mechanic in this game than a lot of other games. Okay, nothing here. Ooh, low what signature. I do like the graphic details and the art details in the game. That's the other reason why I like it. When this game came out, this was the only game that actually had that 11.1 DirectX support, where everybody else was still using DirectX 9. This was the only game that had DirectX 11. My pets are chasing that one. And the pets are coming back up, catching up to me. Good little pets. Don't mind even looking around while I'm moving. Take a little speed. These things taking up several moons around this gas giant, some of them are habitable. Ooh, can we land on the planet? That's another reason why I like this game, because you get to land on planets and explore. Okay, this is Admiral Jennings Jr., the USS pilot, United Federation of Planets. And I've noticed the throttle of this tower came to a Dutch gate. I'm going to do 2. Well, now ship part of the largest fleet. We have the technology, and we can help you. Okay, we can look into it. Hmm. Okay, that's now done. Oh, wrong one. Okay, 90 that. Alright. Okay, we'll hold position while you launch. I see it right there. Oh, I know it's gonna get beaten up by those asteroids or whatever. Catch up, catch up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, catch up. Yeah, throw a little tiny probe. That thing's hauling ass. Throw a little tiny probe. There it is. Now caught up to it.